everyone. My name is Kimberly Rigglesworth. I'm a high school social studies teacher at Onaway High School up in Onaway, Michigan. We're in the northeast corner of the Lower Peninsula. And I was honored to be chosen as the Michigan Region 2 Teacher of the Year. So I have put together today a webinar on media literacy and spotting fake news, which is kind of a big issue for teachers and students as well as the public in general. And I have a few things to give you for the definition of fake news. And first and foremost, probably the simplest definition is that fake news is a news story that is false.
Hello, my name is Bobby Sue Adams. I am the Region 8 Teacher of the Year for 2018-2019. I teach 8th grade math at Fowlerville Junior High School, where I have taught for 15 years. Today, we're going to be talking about quick and easy and great engagement strategies for any classroom to ensure every student is making their thinking visible. Engagement is visible participation. This means that we can see our students participating in everything that we do. It's not that traditional sit and get. They are a part of the learning environment and the processes that are going on. Dr. Kevin Feldman is the inspiration to me for engagement strategies. He is the everyday teacher's hero when it comes to engagement strategies within the classroom. He really highlights 4 key attributes of meaningful student engagement. First of all, it's not a choice. Every student does everything. And if you notice that somebody is not participating, it's totally okay to stop and start over. You can see it in your classroom. You can see your students participating. You can see the evidence of their thinking. It requires student action. So students are saying, they are writing, they are doing. And it is intentional.
Hi, I'm Scott Walter, the principal at Riverside Elementary School in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. And before we start, I'd like to thank the Meemic Foundation for all the work that the foundation does to advance education and being the corporate sponsor of the Wisconsin Principal of the Year program. So honored for that recognition. But I want to spend some time today talking about school culture and climate and just how important that is, and obviously some simple practical things that we as principals, we as educators can do to make sure that that school culture and climate is in a good place. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about our school first, and then I'll get into the presentation a little bit. First of all, is you'll be able to view the slides as I go along here, but I wanted to start with what is at the heart of culture and climate, I believe, is a school's mission and vision. And you see our mission up on the screen, learning for all, whatever it takes, essentially is what it boils down to. I am proud to say that as one of the most things I'm proud of at our school is we have a staff that digs in and continues to keep kids at the center, and that is true for our PTO, our parent community, our kids, our teachers. We are all working to make sure that we are all learning, and that all truly means all. It means all that in the sense that we believe that all children can learn. It also means all that we as adults can learn too. I'll talk about our culture being a culture of improvement, so you'll see as we go along here what that all means in terms of adults learning just as much as the kids as we go along here and learning from our practice.
Good afternoon. My name is Susan Schuler, and I'm really excited to be presenting to you today. Thank you for taking the time. I also want to thank Meemic Foundation for highlighting this topic. I think it's a very important topic, and it's my idea or my goal today for you to walk away with some ideas of how you could go about greening your classroom and adding different aspects. I work for Recycling Connections. I also work for a school, Highmark Environmental Charter School in Montello as a field biologist. So I'm very excited to share my ideas, share my experiences working with schools and outreach with Recycling Connections today. To get started, when I look at the topic for greening your classroom, we're going to look at 3 different aspects. Of course, curriculum is a very important piece of greening your classroom, what you can do with your classrooms, with your lessons and your curriculum, but also the other 2 aspects is class culture of how you're laying out your classroom, building that sense of belonging that we all do with teaching and wanting to do more with our students to make sure that they understand that they really do matter, they make a difference. And building a community within that school, looking at our partners' relationships with others and creating opportunities for students to problem solve and learn. And of course, we won't forget that curriculum piece. I'm going to break this down in this presentation to look at each one of those separately. We're going to have a discussion about that, and then I'll go into some examples.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marlene Seltzer, and I'm the director of Beaumont Children's Anti-Bullying Initiative, NOBLE, which stands for No Bullying, Live Empowered. And I'd like to thank the Meemic Foundation for inviting me today to talk about bullying and why I think it's a healthcare imperative. So over the next half hour, I'd like to talk about some of the basics of bullying, the definition and the different types of bullying, the impact exposure to bullying has on health and the role of healthcare providers, and also offer you a couple of resources. So bullying is defined as unwanted aggressive behavior with the intent to do harm. It involves a real or perceived power imbalance, and the behavior is repetitive or highly likely to be repeated. And this definition is consistent with a collaborative definition between the CDC and the US Department of Education formed in 2013. There are different types of bullying: physical, which involves hurting someone, taking or destroying their property; verbal, making disparaging comments, taunting, threatening, intimidating; social, sometimes referred to as indirect or relational, which involves hurting someone's reputation or relationships via gossip or rumor or exclusion; and of course, cyberbullying, which takes place using electronic technology. It can involve rumors or cruel messages or embarrassing and humiliating pictures or videos.